Hi there, fifth graders. It's Mrs. Tremblay. I'm going to show you how to make a foldable review today. The things you need these 2 sheets of paper that you received in class. One is numbered 1 to 10 and the other is numbered 1 to 19. You need a pencil and you need a pair of scissors. So if you don't have any of those items, please press pause and go grab them now. And welcome back. All right, the first thing that we're going to do is the cutting part of this. And this is a tool that you're going to use as you're preparing to study for chapter 1. We'll do these foldable reviews just probably for every chapter test we take. I really like them because you can't lose track of the items like you can when you use regular flashcards. So I need you to pay close attention. Don't try to jump ahead because you can't uncut things, okay? So here's step 1. Grab the sheet that says 1 through 10 on it. All right, now you're gonna fold this hot dog right along this line so that the words are facing out. So I'm gonna take it like this, line up your edges, press it down so that you have this. This is what it should look like now. Okay, blank on the inside right now, and it's just folded in half hot dog. Okay, now I want you to open it back up. And here's the part where you need to listen carefully. We're going to cut, and again, you can't uncut, but there is a line in between each statement here. You're gonna cut on that line and you're gonna stop when you get to the crease. So an example, I'm gonna get my scissors and I'm gonna cut right on the dashed line up to this part, and then I'm going to stop. The reason for doing this is because we're gonna write the term underneath this flap. So we don't want to cut all the way across. You only want to cut halfway. So take a moment to go ahead and make your cuts. And again, stop at the line. Stop halfway. So do this for all of them. And again, what's nice is you can always press pause if I'm going too fast or you're still looking for your scissors. It's not a big deal because this video is not going anywhere. I also included extra copies in case you cut all the way across. Don't feel bad if you do. There's always a couple people that end up doing it, and it just happens. The next time we do this, I'm sure you won't. So at the end, you should have a whole bunch of fast little cuts here. And when you flip it over, it will look like this, and you can lift up each flap. So that one's set. Go ahead and grab your other sheet now, and we're gonna do the same exact thing. We're gonna take our paper and fold it hot dog. Just noticed there was a Rice Krispie on my table. Thank you, children of mine. So I folded it like this. I can see all of the definitions out here. There's another Rice Krispie. Now, I'm gonna open it up, and I'm only gonna cut on this line up to where the crease is. I am not cutting all the way across. So again, snip, 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 snip. But I stop here. Don't cut all the way. All right, I'm gonna do this with all of them. So all these lines that you see, you are cutting those to the halfway crease. And you can pause again if you need to, or if you're right along with me, then stay right along with me. Or if you need to print out another sheet, go to the attachment in your Schoology site and it will be there for you to print out. And boom, at the end, I should have a lovely little sheet here where I can open these up. Okay, now what we're gonna do is we're going to fill in the insides with the terms that match so you can use this as a study tool. Because right now all it has is a bunch of definitions, it doesn't have the terms. So go ahead and grab your other sheet, the one that starts with number 1. Now, if you wanted to have your notes packet out, your chapter 1 notes packet has all of these answers in it. You could take a shot at it and see if you can figure out what all of those terms are. Or if you want to work right along with me, you're more than welcome to. If you do this on your own, please make sure that you double check back with this video that you have all the correct answers in there. Okay, so the first one, number 1, says the study of our natural surroundings and how we interact with them. This one is geography. So what I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna open up this flap. I'm gonna write a 1 right here because that's the card that I'm on, and I'm gonna write geography. So now when I'm studying the study of our natural surroundings and how we interact with them, I think that's geography. I'm right, yay. Okay, close it up. Number 2 says, words that describe bodies of water and landforms like gulf and valley. So you can take your guess at it, or maybe you're double checking your work. I'm gonna open up flap number 2. I'm gonna write a number 2, and this is geographic terms. Geographic terms. And again, if I go too fast, the beauty of this is you can pause me. We don't get to do that in class, so there's one little silver lining here. I'm gonna close up number 2. Number 3 says lines on a map that run from the North Pole to the South Pole. So these vertical lines are lines of, number 3, longitude. 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 All right, close that up. Number 4, the most accurate map of Earth. Number 4, I'm gonna open up that. I'm gonna write a number 4. The most accurate map would be a globe. Close it up. Number 5, bodies of water and landforms such as the Gulf of Mexico. These would be physical features. So I'm gonna open up 5. I'm gonna write a number 5, and it's physical features. And again, if I'm going too fast, just pause me. Just pause it and finish your writing. All right, number 6, lines on a map that circle from east to west. So these are the horizontal ones, the flat ones. Those would be lines of latitude. So for number 6, oh, I forgot to close flap 5. There we go. 6 is latitude. The line at 0 degrees latitude, so that horizontal line around the Earth at 0 degrees latitude, yes, you guessed it, that is the equator. So I'm gonna open up my flap for 7, write a number 7, equator. The line at 0 degrees longitude, that's the one that's straight up and down from the North Pole to the South Pole. 0 degrees longitude would be the prime meridian. So for number 8, I'm going to write prime meridian. All set. All right, number 9, the symbol on a map that shows directions. So not the one that we can walk around with and hold in our hands. The symbol on a map that shows directions for number 9, that's the compass rose. Compass rose. And the 4 main points on a compass, and you might be thinking, okay, north, south, east, and west. That's right, the 4 main points on a compass are north, south, east, and west, and those are the cardinal directions. Cardinal directions. And I'm gonna go ahead and draw a little north, south, and remember it spells we, west, east. Okay, we finished our first one. Now grab your second one. Maybe you need to pause and take a little break. I know this is a lot. All right, our next set, a row of mountains. Well, a row of mountains is called a mountain range. So I'm gonna open up and write a number 11 and write mountain range. Our next flap, number 12, my favorite number, a smaller body of salt water. So the salt water, that would be the sea. So number 12 is sea, S-E-A, sea. Number 13, land that is mostly flat with few trees. That sounds kind of plain and boring, doesn't it? That's because 13 is plain, not like an airplane, P-L-A-I-N. Number 14, a body of fresh water surrounded by land. That's what we have a lot of. Those are the lakes. So for number 14, write number 14, lake. Lake has fresh water, sea has salt. Sea, salt. They both start with S. That's one way to remember. All right, number 15, land that is surrounded by water on 3 sides. So it's not completely surrounded by water. It's surrounded by water on 3 sides. That would be a peninsula. So open it up, put in number 15, Sula. Oop, my pen got a little crazy. S-U-L-A. Okay, we're almost there. Number 16, the low area between ranges of mountains or hills. So low area between ranges of mountains or hills, those are valleys. So open up 16, right at number 16. This is valley. Number 17, land that is completely surrounded by water. So a peninsula is surrounded by water on 3 sides. This is completely surrounded by water. That's an island. Or in class we said is land, because that's how we remember to spell it. At least that's how I remember my whole life. All right, number 18, we're almost there. Part of a sea or ocean that cuts into a mass of land, that is a gulf. So open up 18, right at number 18, and we have gulf. And for number 19, it asks, which hemisphere is North America located in? Now, if you look at page 13 in your book, it has the kind of like a flat version of the globe of what it would look like. And when you look at North America, open this up, number 19. North America is above the equator, so that would make it in the northern hemisphere. And it is to the left of the prime meridian, which would also make it the western. So I'm going to say northern and western. So again, if you are above the equator, that's the northern hemisphere. If you're below the equator, that's the southern. If you are to the left of the prime meridian, that's western hemisphere. And if you're to the right of the prime meridian, that would be eastern. So North America, where we live, that is in the northern and western hemispheres. All right, so what are you going to do with this thing? You're going to use this to help you study. So I would go through and continue to quiz myself until I feel confident with these terms. These are the terms that are going to be on your test, not this week, but the following week. So you have these tools. I would keep them in your social studies folder when you're not studying with them. And when you are studying with them, make sure you put them back there, because there will be times in class when I say, okay, get out your foldable review and go ahead and take a few minutes to quiz yourself, and I'll quiz you as a class with it. So keep going over and over these things. I will hopefully get to see you soon. Bye.